Hello friends, welcome to my take on it. My name is Azuka Obasuyi and my topic today is women, career and family in a new country. I will be focusing on balancing career and family for women in a new country. When I arrived in mid-April for my master's in chemical engineering at University of Waterloo, two things stood out most to me. One is that it wasn't that cold. Two was that the days were bright and sunny. I can handle this, I said to myself then. Well, at University of Waterloo, my transitioning into a student life was actually pretty smooth, except for the initial periods of adjustment, which was expected because I have been out of school for 5 years, practicing as a process engineer at my country of origin. My main culture shock was actually the high cost of living because I find the prices of things to be rather expensive. While at university, I met my husband, we married and we had our sons. I expected that my workload would be heavy, and that was actually what happened. But I stuck to it and I graduated with a master's in chemical engineering. So I'm going to share some of my experiences and the experiences of some of my friends. One thing that I struggled with most was the virtual non-existence of social support. And what do I mean by this? The support of friends and family. Those people that offer words of encouragement. Those ones that you can say, hey, I'm having this problem. What do I do? That I found was virtually non-existent. And I found that to be pretty challenging because days when I'm struggling, I really do not have anyone to turn to. So with time, I started reaching out to people that are in similar situations like me, and I have to form my own network of friends, those cocoon of friends that will encourage you and tell you, hey, it's not so bad, just keep going. So this is one thing I'll tell people to look out for. Number two, when you finally get that job, the second shock is the high cost of childcare. Arranging for a dependable childcare that is not expensive is actually pretty hard. Because some found that at the end of the day, when they bring their income or when they take that income at the end of the month, you find that you're virtually working for the childcare centers and you're like, what's the point? I go out every day. I am not even sure of what is happening to my kids at the childcare, and when I get the money, I count it out and virtually hand everything over to the childcare centers because childcare is very expensive. And this is where that social network that I talk about, the social support of friends and family, this is where it comes in. Because those that have been lucky enough to have friends and family or had formed their own social network can now start to reaching out to those people and see if they can help you. Others, sadly, that do not have a choice will turn to unlicensed childcare and anything can happen. Others have even resorted to friends' grandmothers. Hey mama, can you help me? So that at least I can keep this job. So be aware of that the cost of childcare is actually very, very expensive, and plan that and put that in your budget. Number three, be aware that work ethics and work expectations might be different from your country of origin. And again, what do I mean here? After I had my boys, I had to take time off to stay with my kids before I return back to work. And once I return, all the project deadlines, papers, presentations, all need to be met. No excuses. You are either working or you're not working. So when you come back, yes, you might have those rights. Just be aware that the work expectations and Office expectations, work policies might limit the choices and the flexibility of time that you might have available to take care of your family and plan accordingly. What do I mean here? I have a friend of mine that had to write her exam, her professional exam, 2 days after giving birth to her child. Another had to write her exam 2 weeks after she has arranged for someone to watch over the baby and take care of the baby. Then she went back to write the exam. And others will just go ahead with whatever that is given to them because of the fear of being blacklisted or losing out on the opportunity of keeping the job. Just know that yes, you have the choices, but there might not be a lot of wiggle room for you to be able to balance the career and family. Remember, companies gotta make their money, they gotta make their profits, and they might not be able to accommodate you based on the needs of your family. Another thing, which is number 4 here on my list, is I tell people to forget whatever job title you have from your country of origin and be willing to settle. When I mean settle here is you need to be willing to take an entry level position or be willing to start at a lower position. That way you can gain the essential skills. Canada values what is called Canadian experience. If you do not have the Canadian experience, then you have to be willing to take any job that is available for you to gain the essential skills to enable you break into the job market. And it's either you have the Canadian experience or you should be willing to go back and get your degree or upgrade your skills, maybe by going to a trade school. Take whatever thing that they offer you, because that way you are better prepared for the job market. Another thing is that you need to be aware that sick leaves and sick days are not paid. That is, they are unpaid. You might be able to afford a child care by a live-in nanny. You find out by the time you come to Canada specifically, you are not going to be able to afford those things. And guess what? Most times that job falls on you, the woman of the family. Yes, most men will try to help, but the motherly instinct, you will want to be the one taking care of the kids, ensuring that they get to school, ensuring that they, get to their after school activities. If you're into that, plan dinner, and at the same time, you either in school or you are handling a job. For most people, they find the stress to be a lot. And what do? You have an option again. You don't have to do it all. You can either choose to defer your career, which a lot of people do. They will say, hey, I'm going to wait till the kids are either in high school or they are at an age where you can safely leave them at home, which in Ontario is 12 years of age. So you can leave them, and that way you can either return back to school or you can now get a job in the job market. Coming to a new country, it is fun, it is exciting, but it can be daunting for a professional woman. And there are reasons for that. You are not or may not have the same support of friends and family that you may have enjoyed and taken for granted from your country of origin. Another thing is that childcare is horribly expensive, and even if you can afford childcare, you might find that at the end of the day, you're virtually working for the childcare centers. Number 3 is that office expectations and work ethics might limit some of the choices and the flexibility for you to be able to manage family and also run a career or be in school. Number 4 is that when you get that job, you have to be willing to start somewhere. And that could be an entry-level position or even a new career altogether. Again, you have to understand that a lot of the home care responsibilities will fall on you, the woman, and that is going to increase the stress level. Seek people in situations like you. Form that social network. Don't ever try to go it all alone. It is doable. Yes, it is hard. It is doable. I always advise single parents or young women that are coming in to estimate between 2 to 5 years to fully settle in. If you're coming in with a family, you need to estimate more time for the kids to settle in and for you to either get a job or get back to school. You need to plan, and be realistic and plan accordingly. So there you have it, folks. This is all I have for you today. Let me know in the comment section if you are a professional woman, a new immigrant, and if you are fully settled in, what are the challenges that you faced when you came in? And how were you able to do it? Let me know in the comment section. Kindly remember to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share. That's again all I have for you today, and bye for now.